introducing Team Bankroll here, the heavyweights, Martin and Alex. You know these boys, they need no introduction. Here they are. How are you doing? It's been a long week, eh?
How you doing?
Long week. Looking forward to a great Friday night. But yeah, delighted to share a bit of time with the Oddsmarket and Sportsbook Review family beforehand.
Oh, well,
beer night, boys' night.
Appreciate it. It has been a long week and almost time to let one's hair down. But before you do, I'm going to quickly grab some tips off you. So let us commence. If you do not know these guys for any reason, this is Martin Green down in the bottom there in the red shirt, at Martin W. Green, if you'd like to give him a follow on Twitter. He's been with us, both have been with us for a very, very long time. They write articles over at oddsmarket.com detailing all of their football tips. And up the top there is Alex from Need for Tips, at Need for Tips over on Twitter. All right. Switzerland versus England, the fight for third. England 2.12, draw 3.75, and Switzerland 4.5. Now, the first question I do have to ask. I know there's about $1 million at stake, which is obviously a lot of money. But how are the teams going to approach the match for third, Martin? How would you say they're going to come in all guns blazing? And is it a fight to the bitter end, or is it a bit like, you know?
I very much doubt they're going to come out all guns blazing, unfortunately. Yeah, I think it's supposed to be a consolation prize, but I think they'd rather not be there. They'd rather not play it. $1 million, which would go to the federation, isn't a great deal of money to these heavily paid footballers. So yeah, I think motivation is going to be a problem. I imagine it would mean more to Switzerland than it would to England. Finishing third for a country of their stature would still be a result, but yeah, I think neither team's really going to be overly motivated for this one.
I agree. That's exactly what I was thinking. What about you, Alex? Do you think they're going to be a little bit more at ease? Do you think it's going to be an open game? They're going to be substituting players, rotating the bench?
Yeah, I think that it will be a heavy rotation from the two coaches. I think that most players that participate right now to the UEFA Nations League final matches will have the chance to play in at least one game, the game for the third place. As you mentioned, it will be $1 million in plus for the third place than for the fourth place. I think that the fourth place will get 6.3 and the third place will get 7.3, something like this. I think that, yeah, as Martin said, Switzerland will try, will be more motivated, but I think that also England, they've lost to the Netherlands with two great mistakes there in the extra time. Very, very big mistakes from the two defenders, Stones and I forgot the second one. But I think that also England will try to win this match, because after that, the media, you know, the English media, how it is. Yeah, you lost to the Netherlands, but why you're losing also to Switzerland? You know, the media in England is very bad with the players that are not performing well. So I think that it will be an open match. Both teams will try to attack. They will be careful not to get injured before the vacation, because obviously they're living in vacation exactly after this match. So yeah, I think that it will be an exciting match to watch, despite the fact that both teams will enter with their substitutes.
Yeah. Do you agree on Alex's take of the UK media there, Martin, man on the ground?
Well, as somebody that works in the English media,
the article.
I probably would agree with that. Yeah, they really do get on the back of the England team. There is a lot of pressure on them to deliver, and yeah, they're subjected to a lot of criticism when they fail, particularly in certain red top newspapers. They'll really lambast them every time they do falter. So yeah, I think there will be a bit of pressure on them. I agree with Alex about both managers rotating. I think there's probably more quality in the England squad than there is in the Switzerland squad. So if you think they're going to make a lot of changes, then I'd probably be looking at an England win in this one, because you've still got some pretty good players on that England bench. Jordan Henderson's got a bit to prove. You know, you've got the likes of Dele Alli. Someone like Callum Wilson could even come in and have a great game up front. So, yeah, I think that might swing it in England's favour. But, yeah, it might be a bit of a muted atmosphere. But I still think we should see a good open game. I think we all know now that England are terrible defensively. John Stones was shocking in that last semi-final. And I think anyone that comes in is going to struggle with the sort of possession from the play from the back football that Gareth Southgate likes. So I think we could be in for a good game here. I think we might be looking at both teams to score. So I think goals markets are interesting.
Yeah, that's where I'm looking as well. Anybody think that there's value on the Switzerland win at 4.5?
It dropped to 3.6 right now.
3.6 now, really? Wow.
Yes,
wow,
with 2.1, England at 2.1 and Switzerland at 3.6.
Oof. All right, then. Well, somebody obviously thinks there's a lot of value on the Switzerland win, eh? All right. So let's talk about the tips. Martin, you sort of showed your hand there. The both teams to score. That's 1.67. Not going to make us mega rich overnight, but there's definitely still some value in my mind. What is your bet, Martin?
Yeah, I think I can't really look past that both teams to score. Granit Xhaka gives the ball away a lot, as we know from Arsenal, sadly. There's gonna be chances for this England team, but we also know that they're pretty shambolic at the back too. So both teams to score looks pretty good. But I think I am just going to take a punt on England. If both managers rotate the pack, then you would expect England to have the better of it because they've got a much greater depth of talent in their squad. I think scratch beneath the surface of that Switzerland starting 11, and there's not a great deal of quality there. They're very organised and disciplined, but beyond that, I think on the ball they'll struggle against England. So I'm just going to go for an England win, and I'm also going to go for both teams to score. Might have a double between both teams to score in this one and in the final.
All right then. So there we go. Martin's given his tips there. Alex, what are you playing?
Yeah, very interested about that England win at 2.1, about that English side. I think that there is a lot of value there, but I prefer to stick with the goals market here. I have two options: over 2.5 goals in the match at 1.8, over 1.5 goals in the second half at even money.
Sorry, I missed that one. I was just typing to Wales on the thing. Sorry, both teams to score in the second half.
No. Over 2.5 goals in the match at 1.8 and over 1.5 goals in the second half at even money.
Or possibly highest scoring half being the second half as well. Could be a good one.
You love it.
You know I like that one.
Natalie's
I do love that
classic.
one. I
Natalie's
always love that bet.